Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We're talking real estate with Cedric Gray. You're with Magnolia Capital Real Estate.
Yes.
Okay, so much has happened in the world of real estate, technology,
Correct.
okay, intro to technology here. So with that change in technology, what have you seen over the last 10 years?
So over the last 10 years, information has become readily available to pretty much anybody out there. Everything is public information, from what the previous homeowner paid for a house to how much their annual taxes are. So everything information-wise is right there at your fingertips. So that's really the biggest change in real estate.
Accessibility of
Absolutely.
information. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And there is no limit to it. You can do a virtual tour on a house. You can also do a virtual tour of a community for the most part. Down here in Hilton Head Bluffton area, we have a lot of gated communities.
Right.
Some of which don't have the virtual tours for the community, but for the general population, the masses, you can go through and look at any community around here online.
You sure can.
In detail, in great detail.
And folks are actually purchasing properties without even setting foot
Yes.
in them until they set foot in them.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Because everything, again, you can know everything about that property except for pretty much what it smells like.
Exactly.
So,
and what the sounds of the streets are right
right,
around you.
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
But as far as getting the details of the property, you can do that online.
That's pretty fascinating.
It is.
Now, are you gonna do you predict any new changes that are happening? And for somebody who's buying a home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's sort of a generational understanding of technology and level of comfort.
Absolutely.
With you. So what would you say clients sort of need to know?
So what they need to know are all of the things that the internet doesn't tell you. So it doesn't break down the different types of, it might tell you, okay, for a conventional loan, here's what you're looking at. But what it doesn't tell you, well, there's a Hilton Head transfer fee, and there's a transfer fee for this particular community. You don't want a surprise at the closing table when you show up and they tell you, oh, by the way, you need to bring an additional $25,000 to the closing table. That would be sticker shock.
Right.
So for the most part, it gives you just enough to be dangerous. That's why the real estate agents are important to guide you.
I was just going to say the concierge. It's a concierge service in a way,
Absolutely.
because you know all of the changes. I mean, just with friends who are real estate agents, what they have, their learning curve like never seems to end.
Every day. You have to learn
There's something new
every day.
every day. The systems that they're using, even the lock boxes and everything. I mean, everything has just changed so much. How do you keep up with that?
Education.
It's like exhausting, though.
Education. The two biggest educators, I think, in real estate are your attorneys and your lenders, because your lenders have your compliance and the attorneys are on the legal side. So if you sit down and you talk with your lenders and your attorneys on a regular basis, they'll keep you abreast of everything that's coming out. The technology piece, that's more on the marketing side. So you got places like Zillow. They're starting to roll out these platforms where you can actually buy real estate online from Zillow.
Wow.
Which I strongly caution my clients against.
Sure.
Because again, you don't
What
want
are
any
some of those
surprises.
pitfalls? What are you seeing with that?
Again, it's the surprises. It doesn't lay out the level of detail that you can get from a real estate agent, because every community, every town, every municipality, all different.
I mean, you learn that when you go get a business license, right? When you live here and you're doing business in Hilton Head, you're doing business in Bluffton. I mean, it's just, there are all these little nuances that are so important.
Absolutely.
And that's what your real estate agents are for.
Correct, because we can answer the question, why is it this way? So if you look on there and it shows a property and it says, oh, well, the property taxes on this piece of land is $160 for the year, and you thinking it's a good deal. Well, if you're planning on building a house on that, that might be zoned agricultural, but when you change it to residential, there's rollback taxes. Those are things that you're not going to find on the internet. So.
Now, are you seeing new fees kind of coming to light? Does that happen and people kind of get blindsided, or is that sort of regulated?
So as far as the fees are concerned, you have, I'll break that into two categories. You have your existing resales. The community controls their own fees. So their transfer fees are the community themselves.
Sure.
So depending on what type of condition they are financially is going to determine whether their fees increase or decrease. So the stronger they are financially, normally the fees continue to
Normalized.
decrease. Right.
Gotcha.
And then you have builder fees. So if you're going to build new construction, you have your business, you have all of the different segments of that contractor they have to have their own business license. They have to have their own fees, and you have permits and
compliance with codes.
Absolutely. So it's always it's a revolving door of fees when you're looking at real estate.
There is so much to navigate. So you got to get in touch. Cedric Gray, you are very knowledgeable about this. Lots to learn in this industry. Magnolia Capital Real Estate. Thanks for being with us, and so make sure you come back.
Thank you. We'll do.
All right. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.